Hey guys, welcome back to Jay Wheelie. So today we're in Vancouver and I'm very stressed out. This should be a lot of fun because I'm buying a car today, but there's so many variables and there's so many cars and so many people and there's just a lot on my mind. So we're going to check out a Honda Fit right now. There's a lift that's coming to pick us up. Check out this 2007 Honda Fit and then maybe go check out an Acura RSX Type S 2002. And then later tonight, if we don't get either of those, we're gonna check out a older Civic EK hatch and go from there. Now our plan for today is to pick up a car and then head to Kelowna because I have an aunt and uncle out there, and then we're gonna stay with them for a night or two. So that's the plan. We'll see what happens.
Darling, you send me, I know you. Darling, you.
Alright, so we just checked out the Acura RSX Type S and we are in, where are we? Port Moody. I honestly thought it would be better, faster, stronger, all of the above. It wasn't. 210 horsepower, didn't feel like much. Like my Legacy is 280 horsepower and you feel a lot of that 280. This 210 horsepower Honda, up in VTEC, it just didn't really feel like much was going on. So I don't want to spend 4,500 bucks on a car that I don't really like, so now we're leaning towards an older EK Honda Civic hatch that we're gonna go check out when the guy's off work, and I'll check in then.
Darling, send me, I know.
Awesome, go for it.
So you want to go straight?
Yeah.
I know.
Hey guys, welcome back to Jay Wheelie. So as promised, we bought a car last night and now let's see it. It's a 1996 Honda Civic hatch. It's very slow. So we test drove that RSX Type S. What else did we test drive?
Honda Fit?
A Honda Fit as well. And then we test drove this thing, and I knew these were slow, but I didn't know a car could be this slow. So I'll take the camera here and we'll check it out. So as you can see, it definitely has some rust. It's lowered, new brakes in the front, but it definitely needs some love. It's leaking oil at the bottom and the transmission as well. We'll pop the hood here in a second. I just want to give a walk around and show you guys how rough it is now, because hopefully maybe we'll have to put a little wide body kit here or something, or some fender flares to get rid of some of this rust. And it looks like it's been patched up here as well. It was hard to see last night, but we ended up buying it last night, taking it for a quick drive. It's got a light bar, it's got a roof rack, which he wasn't gonna sell it with, but I'm glad we got the roof rack. It's a little, it's not very tight on there. And let's check out the inside here. Okay, so of course, 5-speed manual. What else? It's leaking some coolant too, so it's got a new rad back there. He's got some plugs for me and some hoses. So the guy bought it off of Caleb. He was planning to boost this thing, that's why he bought it, and just never got around to it. Was working too much and everything, so now I told him the YouTube channel, so now he can follow along and see the build here. So it's pretty sweet. We're just gonna check a few things out, check the oil, and go from there. All right, hood's up. As you can see, a little bit of oil coming out up here and around the valve cover gasket. Underneath, we may as well give you a quick shot. If you guys can see underneath the transmission, there's a little bit of oil leaking or transmission fluid, whatever it may be. The exhaust down here is the smallest exhaust I've ever seen. It's about 1 inch in diameter. I've never seen an exhaust that small. We'll check the oil here. I don't see anything on the dipstick there, so we're gonna have to stop and put some oil in it. It's not Super flat ground here. I am very surprised, a little in shock, a little stressed, just because ICBC and getting the papers and everything for this thing was just a hassle. Waiting and scheduling with everybody was a hassle, so I'm glad that we're finally here and we can get driving it now. All right, I'm honestly a little bit nervous to drive this thing. Well, we did test drive it last night, but I mean to like drive it on the highway 4.5 hours to Kelowna. I'm just closing the door and like things are falling out, so yeah, it should be good. Just before we started up here, Sarah found a cool skull shifter in here that's sticky. That's cool. Okay, let's start it up.
This is the best video so far.
Ooh, she had me wondering there.
Me too. Why are we shaking?
I don't know, that's not good.
It says battery.
No, those are just the lights. So. Okay, lights were off last night, that's good. This isn't good. Okay, we're trying to figure this out here.
Is that an engine light? Oh, no, you're gonna use it.
Okay. The shift knob is taped on. That's cool. Yeah. I'm so starstruck. We'll get these out of here. We don't need these clunky ones.
A jelly bean.
How does this come off? Okay, we'll check back in on the road. Oh, it actually heel toes quite nicely. Nicer than the RSX I drove. Alright, so first drive here. And this thing is slow, and I mean slow. Like I've never driven a car this slow, but revving it up a little bit, it did chirp going into second. So it has potential. Alright, we'll see how much it takes. My guess is 38.5 liters, just because it was very empty. And every time I look at this thing, I just laugh. You guys like it? Just bought it, new purchase. Looks pretty fast, eh? 36.8, I was close. Now I know you guys are thinking, you're going, Jamin, that's the coolest car I've ever seen. How did you get such a cool car? And it gets better too. So Sarah's just gonna vacuum out some of the water that we have pooling in here. And I gotta fill up the tires. Oh, I don't have a tire inflator thing though. All right, oil is way too expensive at the gas station, so we're going to Canadian Tire. But look at this thing, like, woo! You kidding me, baby? Okay, so we pulled out our dipstick again on level surface, and the oil isn't even registering on the dipstick, so we're gonna put some oil in. See how good my pouring skills are. I really think it needs a liter. All right, so it took about 1.5 liters of oil, so it was very low. Okay, we'll give you a drop. Oh yeah, baby. 5,500, just about keeps up with traffic. That's awesome. All right, never said this thing was safe because the shift knob just fell off when I was trying to shift, so here we go. I'm gonna get a little clip of it driving. Okay, so like I said in the last video, when you get a new car, or rental car, whatever it is, you always gotta test the e-brake.
Oh God!
Okay, This one doesn't work very well. Try once more.
No. Okay.
Okay, didn't lock them up, so this one not too good. That's a thumbs down for that one. All right, I'll give you guys some sauce here. This is third gear, floored. And it barely moves. I wasn't joking there, my foot is to the metal. So this is funny because I was just thinking of a story. I was driving on the QE2 one time and I heard something downshift. It went brum, and then I heard wah, and I look over because I didn't know what it was, and I don't see any car like going by. And I'm like, okay, that's weird. But it's just screaming. I just hear wah, and I'm like, where is it? And then a semi clears by and it's a Honda Civic. And it's just screaming, but it's not going anywhere. It's just moving at the speed of traffic. And that's exactly what this thing does. Is you downshift and you're at like 5,000 RPM and you're moving at the speed of traffic when you're floored, but it makes a lot of noise. It just doesn't go anywhere, so I don't know. It's pretty fun. I like it. All right, when I picked up my Legacy from Vancouver, I stopped at the scale here to see how much it weighed, and I'm very curious to see how much this thing weighs. With Sarah and I in it, of course. So let's see here. What is it? 1140.
Is that a 9?
1150 now. Alrighty, well the Civic's made it this far. We're just stopping in Hope for a little sub and a view. It's very nice here. And then we're still on our way to Kelowna. Now, the Civic is a lot like the Legacy, where you have a lot of hot young babes after you when you're driving it around. So we just got the hot young babe cam on right now, and she's checking it out. All right, so we're on the Coquihalla now. The speed limit is 120. I'm in 4th gear and I've had it floored for the last 30 seconds or a minute, and I can't get above like 122. So it's very interesting. All right, little update here. So speed limit's 120. I'm doing 71. And if I downshift, it doesn't really help. I'll accelerate a little bit, but as soon as I upshift, it just slows right back down. So does anybody know about these things? Are they just this slow? Maybe comment down below. I'm so damn confused on how slow this thing is and why. Like, right now I'm floored in 4th gear, and even if I give it 3rd, that's floored in 3rd. It's climbing slowly. Like, we're up and down a little bit. Right now we're pretty flat, but it just barely accelerates. So it does have a roof rack on here with a light bar, so that'd be a little bit of drag there. Let me just shift. And then it's got a front wheel bearing that needs to be replaced, so that could be causing a little bit of drag. But I'm just so confused. Like, did it come this slow from the factory? Because I'm just so confused. I don't know what to say. All right, so Sarah's been Googling, and I've been just racking my brain trying to figure out what is going on with this thing, because it's just so unbearably slow. So I was thinking maybe the tires are oversized. They're a 205 55 R16, which is oversized. Stock would be like a 175 70 R13, Sarah said. So tires are a little oversized. Some people were saying that, I should probably shut this off and let it cool down, but some people were saying that they had like a spark plug wire pop off or a fuel injector not be connected. So I'm just gonna check those out now and see if that's the issue. See if it's running on 3 cylinders and it's having to move that 4th cylinder without a spark or without fuel. So we'll check that out. All right, so I think we're just gonna duke it out the way it is. I basically just tightened a few things and was looking for like a transmission dipstick to see how much oil is in there. I don't think this car has one. It says to check the level, you just undo the top screw, and if the fluid is at the bottom of the fill hole, that means it has enough. And if not, then it's obviously low. I don't have tools with me right now to do that, so we're just gonna duke it out. Please comment down below and tell me what's going on. There's no way a car could be this slow. Honda Civics are good selling cars. There's no way it's this slow.
I'm a genius. Oh, I'm not a genius.